Cowboys, now a new Cowboy. All right, but it did not stop there. Even though that was big news, first off, we have the post that someone made talking about the trade.
So it's funny because everybody back home, like in the off season, like they're like, yo, who y'all getting at quarterback? I'm trying to tell these people, we know when the media tells us.
I was on my way to the facility, and I just checked my phone, and I look, and it's like breaking news. Man. Pittsburgh's trading.
But you don't ever believe it till you see Adam on there. You know what I'm talking about? The front office isn't just making moves for like this year, you know, and that's kind of what I've had to learn. Like they really trying to stack year on top of year on top of year. Like obviously us being in it, we want to win a Super Bowl every single year, but it's probably a little different for the front office. You know, like they make this trade, okay, we can set up for this pick this year, and obviously I have no clue what I'm talking about, but that's just the way I look at it. So I don't even really like where I'm at, I play ball, I try to do my job.
So Peyton Wilson and Benny Bishop made this video after George Pickens got shipped off to Dallas. In the comment below, George Pickens, or allegedly, George Pickens type, they are the cheapest organization. Ain't no stacking year after year. They gonna let them killers go too soon as it's time. And so that was, he laughed my butt off. And then literally, all right, so he commented back. So after he made this comment, he doubled back and said, literally on a plane, no service, just landed and seen straight lives from Pitts fans. Stop with the AI trying to make a story. I'm happy for everything the Steel City did for me. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers out there, George Pickens. So allegedly he did not make that comment. AI did it. Let's break it down in segments, all right? Talk about George Pickens and what he's going to add to the Cowboys first, and then let's get into this comment.
Okay. This is key, y'all. I'm gonna speak on what I know.
Okay.
Speak it. I don't know much. I don't know much about history. Instantly, the Cowboys got better.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what you gonna do? We need to take the stress load off of CD. Then you go get George Pickens. There you go. Go get Pickens. Now, they going to make it hard for Dak to have excuses this year. No excuses for Dak. There's an individual by the name of Jerry Jones. Okay. I don't know if you know or you covered sports or followed sports long enough to understand. This ain't nothing new, though. Nothing new. Speak it. Let's go to church. What I mean by that, Jerry going to go get him a crash out. A crash out? It's been in his DNA since inception. I mean, a crash out. Thought you would never. I ain't heard that one before. Pac-Man. Certified crash out. He'll crash out. Played for the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Irvin. Oh, man. That's my dog. Playmaker. Certified crash out. T.O. You get what I'm saying? Crash out. Now, crash out to me ain't nobody in particular that can't control themselves. They just have a big personality. Big personality. Huge. Jeff Lee goes for boobies. Greg Hardy. Now that was a crackhead. Greg Hardy crazy. Certified crash out. He was cray. How can you talk about personality and not mention this guy?
Well, I was waiting on him.
Deion Sanders. Prime time. I'll put Charles Haley in the crash out. The narrative over the couple of years, I would say specifically last year. Our team is a little soft.
We ain't got no edge.
Soft, like Sherman. Smooth. We country club.
Yeah.
We need somebody that's gonna give us that that ain't scared to grab a face mask or two or be in this or be in civilized. So what we gonna do? We gonna go get us a certified crash out. Talented as I don't know what.
Yeah.
Certified. We like us rough around the edge. A roughneck.
Rough around the edges off the field.
We want a roughneck. Listen, this is the thing about George Pickens. That's the Listen to Cam. Every issue that everybody has ever had with George Pickens has always been where, Peggy? Where's it been? Where's the problems been? We can manage all that.
On the field.
See, typically a crash out is always labeled off the field.
Legal problem.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No. George Pickens ain't that.
He a competitive football player.
We don't never see George Pickens in the club.
Nope.
We don't never
not
see
getting
George
tipsy,
Pickens
not making
doing
it
anything
rain.
rambunctious. We don't never see George Pickens doing anything but besides being a model citizen outside of the facility. No matter if it was in the University of Georgia.
Yep.
Pittsburgh.
He's not in the club making it rain.
And now, no Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
My boy done been a model citizen.
Yeah.
So what you get?
Model.
Because what? He done grabbed the face mask or two, done squirted some water on somebody on the sideline. Would you be mad that he done sent the teak and a tweet and made it abundantly clear that he's not happy because ain't nobody throwing him the ball.
Because he ain't winning.
That's what playmakers do. That's what crash outs do. That's what guys that won't
crash
that's what competitors do.
Oh,
so yeah,
shit.
just say like crash out is a bad thing. We all need it.
We all need a crash out. Hey.
Now, could I change the word? Yeah, but sometimes it's
my
just
wife got to
label
crash
it what
out.
it is.
Me.
And if you're asking me, Cam, would you want George Pickens on your team? Wouldn't even think twice.
Not
Sign
twice.
me up.
Maybe once.
If I'm him,
but
that,
not twice.
And I get to look on and say what, 80?
Uh-huh.
CD, what's up, my boy? Hey, easy. Woo. George.
Hey. My man.
George. Like,
George
what?
George of the Jungle.
The issue now becomes, how are we going to manage them two?
Yeah.
Y'all want to throw the ball. Well, you got a lot of options out there.
You ain't lying.
It's a walking stack.
You ain't lying.
Like,
they both can go for 1,000 yards. Easy.
Hey.
Wow.
They are literally giving Dak everything he needs.
Everything he needs.
So, this gonna be some must-see TV. And on top of that, I may be beating you to the punch pit.
Come on now.
We get to see this early in the season.
Week 1.
Oh.
And I can't wait.
Woo.
Because I'm going to tell you one thing. George done showed a lot of things. But he has convinced me that ain't nobody said he a bad teammate.
Ain't nobody said that.
No.
Nobody said that.
He may have done some immature things, but
he's only 24.
We can say,
yeah, boy.
We can mature.
Gone out. Who he slapped on the field? Oh, all right. Well, cool. What did he do? Yeah. No. Not what George did. What did he do
to provoke you?
Poke George.
You know he's crazy. And you know he gonna give you all he got.
You did.
Yeah.
Now, having a whole team of Georges, that's a dysfunctional team. You gotta scatter it.
You don't want too many of them.
Sporadic.
But he gonna light some fire though under them.
He instantly gives that team an edge.
An edge.
Every team needs an edge. I'm gonna say this multiple times, Peggy. In any successful team, I don't care if you're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care if you're talking about the Alabama. I don't give a doggone you talking about any high school team. Every coach will tell you need a perfect blend.
Hey, everybody.
Of good old boys, by the book boys, choir boys.
Mm-hmm. You need some of those.
And you need some misfits.
You got that. You got Pickens.
You need some guys that don't give
You need some roughnecks.
Hey,
you need some dogs up in there. Oh!
You know what I'm saying?
Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
Stand on this and say that. Hey, bruh, George Pickens makes our football team a better football team. Instantaneously.
So, bring it home, Cam. Bring it home.
I adore it. Matter of fact, I want some more of it. And I want to see Dak, Bartholomew.
Gunther?
Yeah.
Gunther?
See him perform. Because we need to see what that 60 ball a year going to render us. Because you ain't got no more excuses.
You ain't got no more.
Because we know what CD can do. We really, and this is the spooky thing about this.
Spooky? How spooky is it?
Have we really seen the best version of George Pickens?
And that part. He was balling without a proven quarterback for years. I mean, you seen him with Russell Wilson. We got your boy Kenny Pickett, Rudolph. Like, it's like, bro, like now he
spark that thing up.
A quarterback. Now people hate on Dak.
Oh, they hate on Dak for sure.
He gonna put up some. He gonna put the ball in the air. They want to put the ball in the air. So now he's in the system that's gonna put the ball in the air.
In a system.
And I'm super excited to see what he gonna do in Dallas. And the thing is, it's like okay, cool. He lined up. What's my man, Kylie? Wide receiver from Pittsburgh now. He came from Seattle.
Oh,
DK.
Yeah.
DK, come on, man.
First off, we thought he was in the best situation with DK. Mm-hmm. 2 big body bends.
2 big body Benzes.
And then you get in a better situation.
Even
as you say,
better.
Even better market when the start is so
Oh,
right. Oh my goodness. Bro, you ball out in Dallas, bro. You set for the rest of your life.
Ain't no lie on that one, bro.
Forever, ever.
Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. It's Friday night, and I didn't get paid. No, actually, I didn't get paid. But it's still Friday night, and I'm glad that everybody is here. And I am excited. I am excited because the Dallas Cowboys are not disappointing this offseason. I don't know what it's going to be like during the season. If you listen to the talking heads out there, they say we got no chance in hell to do a damn thing. And you know what? I meant to do a video about this today, but I've been busy. I got these cabinets I'm working on. I got family business that's going on. And you guys know my brain hasn't been there quite the way it is. But I'm going to go ahead and premiere. I'm going to premiere it. I'm going to tell you my thoughts about this season as soon as I get to the lovely ladies. Lady Libra in the house. What's up, lady? Shout out to you, Lady Libra. How you doing? I appreciate you double dipping on both channels here.
I can't wait.
Shut up, Cam. That's enough, Cam. Cam. Oh, Cam. That's enough, Cam. Let's see. We got Lady Libra. We got Logan Motorsports. Of course, we got to have the Eagle haters in here. We got Dwayne Jones. We got Sugar Daddy. We got My Name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. Jeff Lee here, liking boobies. Alan Williams. What's going on? Nylon burning. Wait, are we burning the nylons? What? Shoddy to Hottie. Pickett won a Super Bowl. Alan Williams. Let's see. Jeff Lee. Chris May. What's up? Holly Pierce. Welcome, Holly. Holly, I sent you an email back reply asking if you were Holly Cowboys Nation on the Twitter. Mike's podcast showroom. Pickens will have 15 TDs. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'd love to see that one. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Lady Libra, Nylon Burning, Holly Pierce, Show Me the Money, Mike's podcast. And Jimbo, who sent me an email, said, hey, man, I don't know why I'm blocked and everything. I love your show and everything. I mean, I know I'm an Eagle fan and all that. Loyal Cowboy. What's up, Loyal? I think I got the ladies. Oh my God, we're kind of light. You know, there's a lot of sausages swinging in here tonight. Very few of the ladies. Hopefully they'll show up. Oh, speaking of swinging sausage, there's Dirty Sanchez in the house. What's going on? Welcome everybody. I appreciate everybody showing up here to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I want to give you my take because let me ask you something, okay? I was in Dallas. With Game Time Brian and Prime Time Phil and for the Eagles game, which was hell. I'll be honest with you, man. That I've seen the Eagles in Dallas twice, and both times they were, you know, it should be on the Diddy trial. It really should be part of the Diddy trial. It was literally that bad being there, watching that game. And the crazy thing is, for me on YouTube, I've been doing this really, you know, kind of all in since 2016. And what happens is, you know, you get August and training camp, you start getting more and more views. And it starts ramping up. So, you know, September, boom. And then October, November, and you get to December, and it peaks until January, and then it drops. And then it picks back up come April, you know, because you got in March it picks up because of free agency. And it kind of stays steady going through to the draft, and then it drops. But typically, December is the best month of the year for my channel. With the Cowboys being bad last year, when they were talking about the Dallas Cowboys maybe moving some of their primetime games to non-prime, y'all remember that? Because it was literally unwatchable, right? It was unwatchable to watch the Dallas Cowboys when they sucked, right? My numbers literally for December were half of what they were typically for December because fans checked the hell out, right? Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to watch them. It was a complete embarrassment. So let me ask you this. Okay, this is where I'm trying to put it all together here. Okay? I'm trying to put it together here. We keep hearing that the Dallas Cowboys are going to suck ass. Take the under on the Dallas Cowboys. Gary Booker in the house. What's up? Be the God. What's going on? If the Cowboys are going to stink like they say that they're going to be, take the under, 7.5 under, right? That's what we keep hearing on the talking heads and things. If you really believe that, then why the hell would you put the Dallas Cowboys on not 1, not 2, not 3, but an NFL record 4 Thursday nights and a maximum of 8 primetime games if you think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be as bad as they were last year? Right? Right? Think about that. Think about it. The NFL knows how to make money. They know how to get the games and stuff that people want to watch. If the Cowboys are only going to win 7 games, and you're assuming that they'll win some of those games against the Jets and Carolina and the Raiders and things, then why would you think if that team that's only going to win 7 games, why would you have them for the Eagles on Sunday and then Kansas City on Thanksgiving, and have them with the Commanders on Christmas, have them with the Lions after Thanksgiving, and then have Washington, the Vikings, the Chargers. Literally, it would be like, I'm got to get out of here. It's because they don't think the Cowboys are going to stink. It's because they know that the Cowboys, they're trying to set it up that these guys are ass. They're going to stink. They've got a rookie head coach. They've got a disgruntled Micah Parsons. They got a crippled quarterback in Dak Prescott. They've got a problem maker in George Pickens. They can't stop the run. They got Diggs that's injured and Overshown that's injured. That they're going to stay. They're setting it down here, telling you how bad they're going to be, and they're going to be the story of the season. If you believe in conspiracy theories, they have set this thing up to be one hell of a ride. That all of a sudden the Cowboys, now watch, I'm telling you, here's how it fits the narrative and works. Think about it. You've already got Diggs right now. If you saw the video of him today, he's beginning to do the sidestepping work, which is huge when you're coming back from microfracture surgery, ACL, and things like that. When you first hurt your knee, straight ahead is not a problem. That's the easy part. Help me, Rhonda. Help me. And we got Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? Long time no see. Bill Cosby. You better watch it. You right about that. We definitely watch the Drink Around You, bro. Bill Cosby, I'm innocent. All right. Moving right along. Philly D, what's going on? So they've already gone through and they said the Eagles could start off 1-3. They will definitely get the win against the Cowboys. That is their Super Bowl coronation. The Cowboys got no chance in hell. Although they have played 2 times season openers against defending Super Bowl champions, where I was there with Joe Boo for his very first game in New York City, where the Dallas Cowboys beat the Super Bowl champions on their party in their house when nobody gave the Cowboys a chance. Nobody. I walked in there with Joe Boo. I had, you know how the Giant fans got their accent. Look at that. Hey, yo, bro. Look at the Cowboy fan over there with this dolly, man. Hey, dolly dish, man. Oh, look at that fool. He's got a freaking doll. Don't cry there, man. You Cowboy fans, you punk bitches here. Right? That's what I got for the first half. But I sat there with Joe Boo. Mojo. And all of a sudden, Tony Romo throws an interception. He's streaking. It looks like a pick six. And out of nowhere, Tyron Smith stops him on the 2-yard line. In the end zone that we are in. Mojo. The guy sitting next to me is looking at me side-eyed. He thinks I'm crazy. But something incredible happened. The Dallas Cowboys defense, led by Sean frickin' Lee. Guys like Spencer out there. Not Spencer. Canty. Chris Canty was out there on that defense. That defense, my friends, 3 and out, held them to a frickin' field goal. What should have been a Tony Ono ended up being a momentum swinger. And I believe the Cowboys won 21-17 for their Super Bowl party. And somewhere here, I don't remember here, maybe I gave it to Rashid. I don't know. But I had a scarf that said Super Bowl champions that I kept as a trophy from that night where the Dallas Cowboys kicked their teeth in, and it was Joe Boo's first game. And since that time, the New York Giants have stunk. Now, there was a second time that the Dallas Cowboys played the defending Super Bowl champion, and that was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We didn't win that one, but Dak Prescott went toe for toe with Tom Brady. We lost 31-29. And had a 12-5 season when everybody said we were going to be ass. So I'm going to tell you, Eagles, right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I ain't scared of you, mother humpers. I ain't scared of you. And for all those out there that say the Cowboys have no chance. Oh, Mo. I know what I'm asking for, bro. I ain't scared. I back my shit up. I'm going to talk my talk, and I'm going to walk my walk. I'm going to believe in my name, my guys. I'm going to believe in my team. And if they lose, hey, they got nothing to lose. Ain't nobody. Pamela Savage. Woohoo. If they lose, they lose. But I'm going to believe in them. You're not going to take that away. I'm not going to sit here, oh, we can't win. We can't. Bullshit. Because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been there live. Now, I've been talking to my friend Kayla, and I've been talking to Leo about going to the game. Lower level seats right now. My God. Corner end zone, lower level, $860 before the fees. And that's kind of pricey. And with the prices of stuff kind of going up, and I know what somebody's going to say. See, I knew he was a punk bitch. He's a punk bitch. He wasn't going to show up. I know that's what people are saying. But here's what I'm thinking, okay? I'm going to run this by some people, okay? What I'm thinking, because that may be, tickets, let's be real. This may be the biggest regular season game in history right here, okay? This may be the biggest game in regular season history. What I'm thinking is we get an Airbnb in Philly. We go to Philly. We get together, Leo, my friend Kayla, and, some other people and stuff, and we're in Philly. We go to a sports bar up there. We're in the middle of it. Cowboy fans, Eagle fans. We broadcast from there. That should be the minimum that we do. And Momo, you know what? I'm tired of people telling me to take it easy or you seemed a little perturbed and all that. What the hell is wrong with y'all people? What is wrong with y'all? We gonna have fun. In fact, Philly 500 is giddy right now. He's texting me every day. Oh, I love this. It's great. We got so much. It's so hyped and everything else. Yeah, it is. And we've got, I need to pace myself. My blood pressure is through the roof right now. I need to pace myself and all because we got a lot of time. And I don't think the cake is finished baking. Now, before I get into Micah Parsons and him being kind of miffed right now about not getting his contract, let's add some more fuel to the fire because Brock Purdy, who has only been in the NFL for 3 years, has gotten a new contract. John Jones, do your thing. Nobody's scared. That's crazy work.
Hey, everybody.
Okay.
Rich here.
Hey, Rich.
Yeah, still wearing my name tag from Celebrity Family Feud that we just shot against the Dan Patrick Show. Stay tuned for that this summer.
Okay.
But speaking of being rich, figuratively, Brock Purdy, everybody, on the way back from shooting Celebrity Family Feud, learned the news that Brock Purdy has hit it. We all knew the Niners were going to do it. We all knew it was coming. But Brock Purdy has hit it $52.5 million a year, $265 million over 5. I know there might be some phony money in it or whatever, but the bottom line is he has struck it
big
rich,
time.
and it's well-deserved. Honestly, this man is an avatar for not just the San Francisco 49ers and how they play football and how the quarterback position is played for the 49ers and how Kyle Shanahan wants the quarterback position to be played. He is an avatar for the NFL, for the entire NFL. Because the foundation of what makes the NFL so very popular is that you can go from worst to first. You can do anything with an opportunity when it is given, when you have the opportunity dropped in your lap. And that's what happened for Brock Purdy. Let's not forget, when the Niners chose him last in the draft, in his draft, this was Jimmy Garoppolo's world. And then it was Trey Lance's world. And one by one, they got hurt. And one by one, when they got hurt, it got closer and closer to an Iowa State kid who started a ton of games in college. And then got his opportunity in the NFL and busted the door down. Took that opportunity, never gave it back.
Never did.
Ever. And again, don't forget, when the team handed Trey Lance essentially the job to say, this is your gig, and they kept Jimmy Garoppolo after taking away his playbook, just because they knew if Lance got hurt, they needed to have somebody there. To steady the ship with a veteran hand, and then lost that veteran hand. It was Brock Purdy who took the 49ers to the playoffs. And then Brock Purdy started a Super Bowl, and into that Super Bowl, it was all talk about him potentially being unready. They're just rolling the football.
All right, so that's the news. Brock Purdy got paid, okay? Congratulations, Brock Purdy, on getting the bag on there. But the reason I bring that up, one is 49er fans are coming at me and telling me how great, yeah, we got Brock Purdy. We paid a real quarterback and everything. Okay. All right. Whatever you say there, buddy. Whatever you say. Have fun with it. My point being here is Brock Purdy was set to make $5.5 million this year. It was year number 3. They could have waited another year and said, we'd like to see more leaves fall from the tree. This is the same situation that the Dallas Cowboys had with Dak Prescott after having him for $680,000 for his first 3 years. Because he had played so much, the NFLPA kicks in like $1 million to say, thank you very much. We know you work for cheap owners. They had the opportunity to re-sign Dak Prescott right then and there and saying, after 3 years, hey, good job. And they could have paid him right then and there and basically kept his $2 million cap hit that 4th year and kicked the money down the road. And maybe if they had, we wouldn't be in the situation where he's the highest paid. And I can guarantee you this, he will be the highest paid for quite a while. And the reason being is if you're one of these young quarterbacks, think about this. Dak Prescott gets all the heat because the average per year amount of money. Now, Josh Allen technically is the highest paid because all that really matters is how much the guaranteed money is. Because if you walk away, you're going to pay that. Deshaun Watson got $1 million more than Dak Prescott did. Josh Allen's getting another $20 million for that. And if Josh Allen was the quarterback of the Cowboys, we would be killing him like we do Dak because he hasn't won the Super Bowl. But if you're one of these other guys getting ready to get paid and you see that $60 million, do you really want to take that role of being the highest paid so now the spotlight's on you? You're actually better off taking just a little bit less than that and letting Dak take all the arrows for being the highest paid. So here it is. San Francisco has an extra year to play with the money. So they're paying him $53 million right now. He'll get a big fat check, $77 million signing bonus, but that's irrelative to the cap, so to speak. That's spread out. This is an extension of a contract that's already there. His number probably won't change much this year. But because you're paying them that $53 million a year average this year, the clock doesn't really start counting till the following year because you have a year already there. And by that time, there's more money on the cap. It hurts you less. See, as they're paying Brock Purdy next year $53 million, and we're averaging $60 million, which this is the second year, it'll be the third year of us paying him that. This is the thing that drives us crazy. And, my man, Game Time Brian, called me out, and said, this is why he hates Catboy. Hey, well, there used to be a lot more reasons to hate Catboy because they wouldn't make moves like George Pickens. And I don't expect Catboy or Stephen Jones to be able to fix everything all at once. But you have to look at standpoint of, instead of us paying Cooper Kupp $15 million, who's in his 30s, you got a guy who's got a hell of a lot of potential for a 3rd-round pick and $3.6 million, less money than we're paying Brandon Cooks in dead money this year. Half, Eddie, of what we're paying Michael Gallup in dead money not to be here. I'd say that's a pretty good deal. I can say we got Dorrance Armstrong here for $6 million. And I'm going to say, I guarantee you, we'll get more out of Dorrance Armstrong than what the Eagles got out of Josh Huff, who played on a great defense. They should have gotten Micah Parsons taken care of. But this is the Cowboy way. If you're Micah Parsons, you know this much. First of all, you tried to play it so you can get your money. Because, see, Brock Purdy right now, he's going home with this $77 million check. You know what? I want to go buy this mansion for my mom. I'm going to be able to go spend some time out there hunting around, looking for it. Maybe I might want to go get a boat. Maybe I want to go get some more cars. get me a house with big garage to put them in. I can take time out now and do these things. It's kind of hard to do those things once training camp starts, which is when the Cowboys like to pay. They don't want you to go out there and enjoy yourself and possibly get in trouble with the money. That's their fear. Let's be clear here. That's the whole thing with the Cowboys waiting till training camp. They want to keep you hanging, keep you on the straight and narrow, because they don't think that you're wise enough, grown up enough to be able to handle all that money and show up for training camp in shape. That's it. Reginald Jackson, it's going to need to be 6'5", 260. Stephen R., I think Dak ain't stressing out. Oh, hell no. Dak is excited as shit right now. He's got himself two good targets. 2 incredible targets. You know what? Stephen R.,
enough is enough. I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Everybody strap in. I'm about to open some fucking windows.
Chris, he won't be. This is CeeDee Lamb part 2. Remember, CeeDee Lamb was on the 5th year on his option. He was on the 5th year on his option. They got it done after training camp. My thing is stop playing with the man's money. You don't need to see any more leaves fall. You don't. You've already had him here telling him you want him to be a team leader. Well, he's being a team leader. He's showing up for your shits and giggles team building situation. He's showing up for your voluntary workouts. He is doing, by saying, Mark, and I'm not thinner. I'm a fat ass right now. I need to, trust me. I mean, I still got some muscle here for an old guy, okay? 60-year-old man. I still have some muscle, but I ain't skinnier. If I could just lose the shit in the middle, I'd be all right. I'm like, from here, look, that's still, okay, I don't need a bro. I've always had a lot of chest, okay? All right? And I've always had, the guns here and stuff for a 60-year-old man. And my legs, they ain't no fat. But in the middle, oh, shit. I got back fat and everything else, man. But, I appreciate it. Typically, the camera puts more weight on you. Typically, it does. So we got Micah Parsons, who's clamping back at the Cowboys and the whole bullshit idea that there's a handshake deal. And basically he's telling them, handshake me, I can't take a handshake deal to the bank. I can't go to the bank and say, hey, I got a handshake deal with Jerry Jones and, can you give me about $10 million here so I can buy this new house? Mike Pocket's showroom. Actually, Mike, I tell you what, I bought a brand new DeWalt belt sander yesterday, and I tried it out. It's a battery one. I've been waiting for one. Evidently, they've been out for about a year and didn't realize it. But I got one of those, and I will have that tool review. In fact, I have uploaded it to the channel, and I was going to make it live tomorrow. Okay? I tell you what, Mike, on the DeWalt tools, I'm hard on them, but they still last. I got DeWalt tools that I've had for over 20 years. I'm going to tell you how good a DeWalt tool is, bro. I had my minivan back in like 2006 or something like that. The back of it opened up. My circular saw fell out the back of the truck. It got hit by a car, and I took it to the DeWalt repair place. And at the time, I wish they still had the repair places locally. No matter what you did to a tool, for $80, they could fix it. And they fixed that mother humper. I came back, I was like, oh, you just gave me a new one. He's like, no, actually, he said, we just had to put a new outer case on it. The motor and everything else is still good. And I was like, damn. And that's why I'm a DeWalt guy. I got I'm literally like a DeWalt tool whore, because if they come, if I got the money for it, I mean, I got the a heat gun, I got the chainsaw, I got the bush cutter, the weed whacker, the table saw, the miter saw. Look, I'm sorry, I go crazy about my wall tools, but I got like 6 or 7 drills and everything else. Walker Wade says we're going to be fine. 12-5, Walker Wade. Oh my goodness, that's the big one. And Walker, you're bringing me into actually coming up with Michael Irvin. Because Michael Irvin said the same thing Walker Wade just said. 12-5. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm not sure about that one. But I'm telling you, the NFL is setting us up for the Cowboys to be good, to be competitive, to be much-watched TV. You don't put the Cowboys on TV. Let me ask Momo. Momo knows about a team sucking ass. Momo, where are you? Momo. I thought you liked Beetlejuice. Say your name 3 times and your crusty ass shows. Where are you, Momo? Momo! He knows when his team's bad, they don't get no primetime games. Especially with Kirk freaking Cousins, who used to lose every primetime game there was. The NFL doesn't want that ass on there. But they're putting the Cowboys on 8 primetime games. They know the Dallas Cowboys are turning this ship around. I can't believe Momo's not here. Wade is the man. So since Wade started it, let's let Michael Irvin finish it. Because Michael Irvin, the playmaker, he breaks it down. He's going to break it.
Can we get you to play the win-loss game, the Cowboys win-loss game?
Now, you guys think I'm crazy.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's go through the playmaker.
All right, here we go.
On the
this
schedule.
Is my favorite time of year.
Because Eagles,
like Christmas
he's got something for you.
Ready, RJ?
He's got something.
NFL films. All right, here we go. Week 1.
Week 1.
Philadelphia.
That's the win.
Week 1, Dallas wins at Philadelphia. Philadelphia's getting pat on the back.
Wow.
Pat on the
Off
back.
to a rough
Saying,
start.
good job last year. Good job last year. Good job last year. Get pat on the back. And Dallas, with the new head coach, focuses in, new players. They get down to the little the little things, knocking them down, and they win that game.
There's Momo. I knew if I called his name 3 times, he'd be here. All right, so he's got the Cowboys 1-0 after the first week.
Come on, come on.
Okay, we know. We got the Giants. Sorry, Pizzle. Sorry.
That's going to be a very good game because Ben Johnson's going to try to put in a lot of things. But Dallas will win because it's early on. I would worry about that game later on.
3-0.
As Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson is more of a relationship. But Dallas wins earlier.
Week 4, Green Bay. At home.
The game's in Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be their first loss.
Ooh. Week 5. Week 5. First loss for Green Bay. Okay.
Yeah.
Green Bay will be our first loss.
Week 5 at the Jets. Loss, right?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
That's a win.
Come on.
What do you think? Is that a win?
Yeah, that'd be Jets. Just to feel, they'll be the Jets. They'll be the Jets.
Okay, week 6 at Carolina.
They'll beat Carolina.
Week 7, Washington.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Careful.
That's a great one. Trap game.
That game in Washington or in Dallas?
No, it says that's in Dallas.
Oh, we'll win that game in Dallas.
Ooh. All right.
The Christmas
game
I'm worried about. They're coming back at Christmas.
Yeah, week 8 at Denver.
Come on, Mike.
I
think they'll get Denver. They get Denver. It's been a tough game, though. Denver will be a tough game. Coach to coach.
So what are you taking?
So they win?
I'm taking Denver. I'm taking Dallas.
Okay.
He's taking Dallas.
It's not that thin.
Is this a Homer's picks?
Home for Arizona.
He'll be there, Arizona. He'll be there.
Although Kyler Murray is 9-0 at AT&T.
We got a good season going. If these guys are going to come together, I just see this. And Colin, you asked me about Tyler Booker. I love that draft pick. I love everything they've done in the draft. And then adding on George Pickens. That's why I'm real high on what they're doing right now.
Is he real high in general?
You have them 8-1 right now.
Right, I know, and that's why
8-1.
And everybody's talking about that.
He's real high on him.
The end of the season is going to be tough. They got a tough schedule ending. A lot of tight games.
Yeah, speaking of insane odds, the next one's at Las Vegas, week 11.
We'll get that one.
We'll be out there and we'll win. You can take those odds all the way to Las Vegas. We will.
We're going to win in Vegas. Put your money on it.
Okay, that's a great game. Week 12, home for Philly.
Now, that's one, we'll lose that game.
Okay. Week 13, your boys, the Chiefs, at home for the Chiefs. That's Thanksgiving.
We'll lose that game.
Oh, man,
Week
Mike.
14 at Detroit. What's the asterisk for, Mike? I don't even know. Primetime game. All right, primetime game at Detroit. Thursday nighter?
Oh, people are going to trip here, boy. It's going to be hard. After you lose 2 in a row, everybody starts flipping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'll be pressure. And then Dallas will lose 3 in a row here.
Ooh. So you're saying week 15, Minnesota lost?
Win.
No, Dallas will beat Minnesota week 15.
Okay, all right.
They'll come off that 3-game slide.
Oh, yeah.
They'll have 4 losing games, 4 games. They'll come back and win. They'll come back and beat Minnesota.
Week 16, home for the Chargers.
They'll beat the Chargers.
They'll beat Justin Herbert. Oh, my goodness.
They'll beat the Chargers.
Okay. All right. Week 17 at Washington.
The Christmas game.
That's the Christmas game right there? Yep.
That's the and that's what I have in the schedule. I have those losses, but look at those days of those losses: the Thanksgiving, the Christmas. I mean, it's bad.
Everybody's watching
holiday. The bad holidays. Well, but I think they will lose that game too.
And then a win at
Bad
the Giants.
Santa makes a return. Week 18 at the New York Giants.
We win.
Who did the math?
12-5.
Wow.
12-5. 12-5. Now let me tell you. Let me make sense on that. The 3 years prior to last year, they went 12-5 each of those years.
Yep.
And those years, one year I think it was like 30 points a game. They averaged 28, and then
Here's his logic.
27-5 or something like that. It was about 28.
I'll get to you in the second
if you
round.
average it out, 28 points. Last year, they dropped down to 20 points a game. I said they needed to go and focus on one side of the ball. Don't worry about trying to fill in all the holes. You focus on one side of the ball, which is the offense, the correct side of the ball, the offense. You put somebody else with CeeDee Lamb, which you did with Pickens. You picked up a Tyler Booker, the right kind of attitude to build an offense like you had when we had that stellar offense with Tyron Smith and all of those guys, Travis Frederick and Frank Martin and all of those guys. Zach Martin. Now you back on top, putting up 27, 28, 30 points a game. That'll get you right back to that 12-5. You see how that worked out? I'm not just throwing this out. I have thought this out, and I'm giving it out to you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live.
12-5. And Rhonda, shout out to Rhonda for the super chat. I'm not sure what's going on with Philly D. Hey, no Eagle stank up in here. Look, no Eagle stank up in here. Chill out. Everybody just try and get along, okay? Everybody try and get along, all right? Okay, Philly D, enough of that. Okay, stop. We done with that, okay? We done with that. Okay, cool? Stop popping mollies. Come on, Momo. Can we just chill in here and talk about football? Amen, Logan Motorsport. Yeah, Philly D, drop it. Just drop it, okay? That's water over the dam. That water under the dam, over the dam, under the dam, whatever. It's through the dam, damn it. Maybe it's through the dike and I had to put my finger in it, but it's gone. I'm gonna be the optimistic. I don't know about 12-5. That would be the top of the chart. I think that we can get 10. I think we can get 10. And the thing that I say, I'm trying to tell you guys, the NFL needs the Dallas Cowboys to be good. Okay? Let's be real. The Cowboys are, you can hate the Cowboys all you want. And Eagles, you know that you playing the Dallas Cowboys will be the biggest game that's ever watched by you that's not a Super Bowl. That is a fact. If it was Green Bay, if it was Tampa Bay, if it was Washington, it would not draw as much. And as I talked to Harold Carmichael and said, what team did you like playing the most? He said flat out, and this is a long time ago, the Dallas Cowboys, because when we play the Dallas Cowboys, that means everybody's eyes are on the game. And I love the arrogance of the Eagles that think, and the talking heads that are out here that are saying the Cowboys have no chance in hell. Everybody's saying, I'm hearing, the Eagles could start out 1-3. They'll beat the Cowboys. Like there's no chance at all. Like the Dallas Cowboys have never, ever beaten the Philadelphia Eagles. That Dak Prescott has never had a victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? I'm hoping that point line stays at 7. In fact, I might go ahead put me some money on it right now. And I ought to put some money on that over. How can you look at this and say the Cowboys can't win 8 games? 8 games? 8 games. 8 games? You could just say, okay, let's say we got 2 with the Giants. Let's say we split with Washington, which before you Washington fans, Momo, don't do it because you lost to Cooper Rush, Momo. You lost to freaking Cooper Rush, and you had a chance to lose the second one, too. So don't come in here being arrogant old ass like you are the Kansas City Chiefs, because you're not. You're not. You had a rookie quarterback that nobody knew jack about and a new coach and so on. Nobody thought about you. You jumped out real quick. You surprised some people. They didn't know how to attack you. So don't get all arrogant like you have now arrived. Because you know what? You know what, Momo? You remind me of this YouTuber, Dodash. Dodash, we've been doing YouTube all these years right here. All of a sudden, she did some monetization videos, and bam! She went viral. She went viral. She was living the YouTube dream. She was out there doing tips, selling all kinds of, one-on-ones because now she was a YouTube guru. And I watched this thing go right on up there. And I said, I know this thing. It's going to drop right back down. And now it dropped back down and settled. And she back to doing DoorDash. That's you, Commanders. That's going to be you next year. You had the big year. You bumped up. You made it to the NFC Championship game. Congratulations. But you're cruising for a bruising. You got the big boy schedule this year. Not the cake one. Not the cake one that you had last year. You're coming back down to earth. Your offense, it's good. Although it does have a lot of potential that you may end up blowing up your face with Deebo Samuels. It might be Deebo with the food baby Deebo, and Michael Gallup, who can't gallop anymore. You know the last time he had more than 500 yards? Do you? I believe it was 2020. Okay? That's going to be like the James Washington signing for us. Now, back to it. I think I said the Giants twice, splitting with the Commanders. You got the Jets. You got Carolina. You got the Raiders. You got the Bears. You telling me that we can't sneak one more game from someplace? That we can't split with the Eagles? That we might not, that Kansas City might not be as good? Or that, Denver, the Chargers? Are you telling me that we won't win one more of those games? Are you really going to tell me that, punk? No. Take the over. Tell them I said to take the over. Only losses Cowboys have will Eagles week 1, Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, and Packers. So we don't know. We don't know what it's going to be. Thomas Garrett in the house. Deebo will be fine. Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? San Francisco's been waiting for him to be fine, too, after they paid his ass, and he wasn't. He wasn't there, Momo. He wasn't. And you know what, Momo? I'm going to dare say, I'm going to put myself out here. I'm going to say George Pickens will have a much better season than Deebo Samuels. In fact, Momo, I'll put it like, you know what? Because you probably say, oh, well, that's no competition. I tell you what, I will say George Pickens will have a better season than Deebo Samuels and Michael Gallup combined. How about that one? That's right. I'm talking cash shit here. And if Philly 500 was here, I'd be talking cash shit to him too. Now, the biggest thing the Cowboys have to do to change the narrative is get this damn Micah Parsons deal done. Game Time Brian then called me out, and he's mad as hell about Catboy and how much I hate Catboy. Catboy sucks. Yeah, he's messing around with Micah Parsons. Hey, but hold up, Brian. I can say that last year. I can understand you not liking him last year as we watched Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong. Stephon Gilmore, Hankins, Tony Pollard, Tyron Smith. Biotish. Who else do we have go? I mean, we had 9 starters go, and our only move was to bring in Eric Kendricks, an old-ass Zeke, and Dalvin Cook. I can see hating Catboy last year, but I'm sitting here looking at my team that we actually have a filled-out roster, and we're still in May. We're not going to training camp and saying, damn, we only have 4 linebackers on the roster. We don't even have enough guys to practice. Hey, let's go get Anthony Barr. Nobody signed him. Yeah, he's recovering from an ACL and can't practice yet, but that'll do. Hey, we don't have any defensive tackles. Hey, let's get a journeyman bum and trade a 6th-round pick for him from the Giants. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. That Catboy, I hate him too, Game Time. I hate him too. But this Catboy, who has been selectively aggressive, you got to look and say, we've got more depth this year than we've had in a long time. We actually have players that we signed that a month or 2 ago, we were excited because we signed them, and now the talent that we have on the roster may make those guys that we were excited about expendable. And they're not finished yet. Yeah, Micah Parsons got to wait for his money a little bit because the Cowboys like the publicity, okay? It's going to get Does anybody really believe that the Cowboys would trade away Micah Parsons? Do you really and truly think that would happen? It's not. Where is Micah Parsons complaining? George, actually, here's what social media is a mother humper, okay? He's not complaining like Trey Hendricks is with Cincinnati, who's literally saying, I will not play without a new contract. Nada, no, nothing, zero, zilch. But Calvin Hill and so on with, basically has been tweeting, kind of being the middleman. He's on the fence talking about, say I hate Jalen Hurts, Philly D, say I hate Jalen Hurts. I can't read. What is that third word? Say I Jalen Hurts. I don't know what that is. Well, what is that word? Can somebody help me? I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic and I don't read well. I don't know what that is. Somebody help a brother out. But now I done lost my train of thought here. Damn, Philly D. You got me up here trying to read something and maybe forget. I'm old and getting dementia. Michael will get his money. Okay. What happened was Clarence Hill had been, of course, talking about Jerry Jones back at the owners' meeting, who said, we've talked to Micah Parsons and, about the leadership and the money and the years and everything else, and so on, and implied that there was already a deal in place. And Micah, of course, said, yeah, that sounds good. Talk to my agent. Talk to my agent. And here's the problem for Jerry Jones. Athletes first. Todd France, David Magenta, they have about 12 or 13 of the Dallas Cowboys players. Okay? So for Jerry Jones to say, David Magenta who? No. He understands that they're getting their teeth kicked in by these agents. And that's why he's trying to bypass and say, Micah, he's trying to make the agent the bad guy. And that's why Dak said, I'm not worried. Listen, I got people that are handling what I do, okay? I'm going to worry about football. I'm going to worry about the game. I'll let my guys take care of it. When it's taken care of, we'll all be done. That way, plausible deniability. And you can't, look at the results and say he got a bad deal. He got the best deal for himself, and that's what the agent's job is. I can't pronounce, okay, magenta is a color or whatever. Magenta, yeah, okay. You know who the hell I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, okay? Damn, Jimbo. I know I can't read. I can't pronounce names and shit, but if you need a house built, if you got a hot water heater that's jacked up, if you need some wires pulled or some lights fixed, I got you covered, okay? Nobody can do everything. Logan, Dak is a top 5 MVP candidate. Hurts has never been there and never will. Cowboys will never win a Super Bowl again. Dak is Mahomes without Super Bowls. Ooh. How somebody did that, what Nick Foles did, was trash. He was on the bench for 13 games. Come in. Reginald, he came in on a good team. Wasn't relying on just one guy. And that's the argument right there that everybody has with Jalen Hurts. You only had to throw the ball an average of 22, 23 times a game. It wasn't win every week on your arm. It wasn't. So, with all of that being said, I appreciate everybody that's in here. Game Time Brian wants to do a video together discussing the Micah Parsons inactivity on his contract, and we'll see if we can get that together this weekend and stuff. And don't worry, they'll get that thing done. And remember, I gave you the reason why I think the Dallas Cowboys will be better than people think. Momo, relax. It's May, damn it. Why relax? Momo, you got to understand. The Cowboys are doing things in the summertime. Or excuse me, it's not even summertime. The Dallas Cowboys are doing things like a regular team. And I'm not used to it. I haven't been there before. I'm not used to getting a playmaking wide receiver. I'm used to getting guys like Brandon Cooks or James Washington. Those are the big moves we do. Paris Campbell. We don't get George Pickens. Forgive me for being a little bit excited. Because I know what, Momo? I remember when the Commanders, before we traded for Pickens, how excited you guys were for Deebo Samuels. You were. You were, Momo. Let me see if I can find something. Hold up. Let me see if I can find one of you Eagle fans going ape shit. Let's see. See if I can find Rio. Da, 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 da. Okay, we're going with chat sports here. Okay.
Welcome into the Commanders Report. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today we got a lot of Commanders news and rumors to cover here on the show. First up, Coach Quinn hints at Deebo Samuel's quote-unquote unique role in the Commanders offense. I'll let you guys know what I kind of expect from Deebo this year.
What do you expect?
From a schematic standpoint. Second up, we're going to be talking about whether or not Washington needs to add another. And I would really appreciate if you.
Okay, we don't care about you.
Because we got daily Commanders videos.
Oh, God, come on.
Play in this offense. I think that he's going to be a perfect fit for Cliff Kingsbury's scheme. And Dan Quinn recently took the podium, and he hinted at using Deebo Samuel in a quote-unquote unique role in his offense. This is what Dan Quinn had to say about Deebo's role here with Washington. That's kind of what's fun about it, adding new people in. The nice part about when you do trade for somebody or in the draft as well, you find these unique things that a player has, and does he have them. So listen, man, I do expect Deebo to be, kind of the chess piece and kind of the manufactured touch guy here with the Cliff Kingsbury offense. And according to Dan Quinn, Cliff and Brian Johnson, the assistant offensive coordinator here, have been cooking up some things for Deebo Samuel, saying Cliff and Brian and the guys have certainly been up extra late in the offseason of finding unique ways to get the ball in that man's hands. So I do think that Deebo Samuel is somebody that is going to be used a lot on orbit motions. He's going to be used a lot in terms of early down screen usage. We know how much Cliff Kingsbury loves his wide receiver screens for easy touches as kind of an extension of.
So don't act like, Momo, that you guys weren't excited about getting him. So don't try and steal. What we're not allowed to be excited about something? We're not allowed to be happy in the offseason? Oh, man, come on. I love weed. All right, good people. As always, I appreciate y'all. It's time for me to turn out the lights. This party's over. Peace out.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.